What if John Wick grew up in the heartland of Madhya Pradesh, traded his suit for a khaki uniform, and had to fight not assassins, but the rot eating his own village from the inside? That's essentially what Subedar is. And honestly, it works a lot better than it has any right to. Subedar is a one-man army film, a desi action drama that draws heavily from the John Wick and Equalizer playbook, set against the rugged, lawless backdrop of rural Madhya Pradesh. And at the center of it all is Anil Kapoor, delivering what I'd comfortably call one of his most restrained and compelling performances in years. He plays Subedar Arjun Maurya, a retired soldier, a man shaped by discipline, by duty, by years of serving a country that has now essentially moved on without him. Civilian life doesn't sit well with Arjun. He's quiet, brooding, and deeply disconnected. A man still standing at attention in a world that has already stood down. The loss of his wife has only made things worse. He moves through his days like a ghost, going through the motions, carrying the weight of grief on top of an already heavy sense of displacement. The film's core emotional thread is his relationship by his daughter, Shama, played by Radhika Madan, who once again proves she doesn't just hold her own opposite a heavyweight, she elevates every scene she's in. Their dynamic is fractured, awkward, real, a father who never quite learned to be present, and a daughter who has stopped expecting him to try. It's not melodramatic, it's quiet and earned, and that restraint is one of the film's biggest strengths. Now, the world the film builds, this is where things get really interesting. Dusty landscape of central India is rendered beautifully by cinematographer Ayan Saxena. The geography feels lived in, oppressive, almost mythological, and that's intentional. The land itself is a character here. Patriarchy isn't just a theme, it's the way of the soil. It's the way the men walk, the way they talk, the way no one questions the hierarchy that has always existed. The local power structure is controlled by Babli Didi, played by Mona Singh, who is currently behind bars for murder but still runs the ghats with an iron hand from prison. Her stepbrother Princey is a different kind of dangerous. Played by Aditya Rawal, Princey is impulsive, volatile, and genuinely unnerving. He doesn't kill for power or money. He kills because he finds it fun. Rawal plays this with a kind of gleeful menace that makes him completely watchable. He's clearly having the time of his life, and it shows. He gets the best lines in the film and delivers every single one of them with precision and dark humor. If there's a breakout performance here, it's his. Though I do hope he isn't typecast down this path because there's clearly a lot more range there. The story kicks into motion when Arjun gets tangled into the mess surrounding Babli Didi's territory, Princey's chaos, and the collateral damage that inevitably follows. What I appreciated is that the film doesn't spoon feed you. Scene transitions aren't always handheld. There are moments where you'd expect to connect the dots yourself, and largely, those dots connect cleanly. The narrative maintains its internal logic without feeling the need to over-explain. Now, I'll be upfront. I love this genre. John Wick and Equalizer are among my favorite films. But I also know how easy it is for a film like this to collapse under its own ambition. The margins are too thin. Get the tone slightly wrong, make the hero feel invincible too early, or lean too hard into style over substance, and it falls apart. Subedar doesn't fall apart. It walks the line carefully. That said, it's not a flawless film. The action, while competent, could have been sharper. For a film that is fundamentally about a skilled soldier going up against gangsters, some of the action sequences feel a bit too safe. There is one sequence where Shama is kidnapped that is genuinely exceptional. The tension is palpable, the editing is tight. You feel Arjun's panic in a way that the film doesn't quite replicate elsewhere. That sequence gives you a glimpse of what the film could have been if the action would have been pushed a little harder throughout. Also, and this is a fair point, if we are talking about this particular kind of role, the raw, primal, unstoppable man of the land archetype, Sunny Deol is the original template. Anil Kapoor is terrific here, genuinely, but there's a specificity that Sunny Deol brings to this genre, almost something elemental, that no one has quite matched. Kapoor brings craft and intelligence to the role. Sunny Deol brings something more instinctive. Both are valid, just very different. Director Suresh Triveni is a genuinely interesting filmmaker. Inconsistent, yes, but interesting. He gave us Tumhari Sulu, which was warm and charming, and Jalsa, which was sharp and layered. He also gave us Dal Dal recently, which didn't land. With Subedar, he's back in the territory that suits him. He handles the tonal balance between the quiet drama and the sudden violence well. The dialogue lands, the performances are unified, and the film, for all its familiar bones, feels like it has something to say. This is not a genre-defining film. The concept isn't groundbreaking. But post Sonchiriya, which remains one of the finest films set in this kind of landscape, Subedar is probably the next film in that space that actually feels authentic, that actually lands. Overall, I'd call it a solid above average film. It's well shot, well acted, and well intentioned. It earns its emotional beats without being manipulative, and it delivers enough tension and craft to make the runtime feel worthwhile. It's the kind of a film that respects its audience, and that in itself it's worth something. So if you've watched Subedar, drop your thoughts in the comment section below. I'm genuinely curious whether it hit for you the same way it did for me. And if you enjoy content like this, please like, share and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one.